Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS MLB Friday. We got an absolutely loaded slate, 15 games, all 30 teams in action. The live show is going to be at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. We're doing NHL first, then NBA, and then MLB. So we'll bring on the guests, go through all the games, make our final decision, same as we do every other day. That's at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. In this video, I'm doing Toronto at Washington. Let's roll.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, like I said, we got the Blue Jays on the road here to play the Nats. Nats are plus 150 dogs at home here, and the total sitting at 9. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we got to lean on the Blue Jays in the first 5 and the full game. Through 5 innings, the score 3-2 Toronto. Final score 5-4 Toronto. All right, so on the mound for the Nats, we got Patrick Corbin, and the current Blue Jays bats have insane numbers lifetime against them. Through 87 career plate appearances, they're batting .388 lifetime with a 1044 OPS. Good Lord. He made one start against the Blue Jays last year in 2023. He got absolutely rocked. 10 hits and 6 runs to the Jays in 5 innings of work. Corbin's definitely been struggling to start this season. He's got a 6.82 ERA and a 1.89 WHIP, 48.7% hard hit rate. I mean, these are some ugly looking numbers. I will say he's got a 430 expected FIP, indicating that he's definitely had some bad luck. And I do have some good news for Patrick Corbin. This game's back home in D.C., where he's been much better since 2022. That's dating back multiple years. You can see his ERA at home, 5.18, is not good, but it's not nearly as bad as his 6.42 on the road. WHIP slightly better at home. FIP's better at home. Patrick Corbin isn't a great pitcher at home, but he's certainly not as bad. Now, he's pitching against Toronto, and I guess the good news for the Blue Jays would be that he throws with his left hand, and Toronto's definitely been better against lefties this year. They've actually been better against lefties for 2 or 3 straight years now. You can see 11th to 20th in WRC plus lefty to righty splits, 15th to 19th, 19th to 23rd. So they've definitely been better against lefties. That being said, the last 5 lefty starters to pitch against the Blue Jays actually dealt 2.86 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP isn't too bad. They are getting some base runners, but not getting a ton of runs across here. But I will give the Blue Jays a bit of a pass. Those lefty starters that they played, the last 5, Cole Reagans twice, Carlos Rodon, Kyle Freeland, and Framber Valdez. So, yeah, the last 5 lefty starters have given the Blue Jays some problems, but they've seen some really, really talented lefty arms. And the expected hitting numbers for the Blue Jays indicate that this is actually a pretty dangerous lineup against lefties. You can see 15th, 19th, and 14th. The expected metrics from those same 3, 2nd, 6th, and 6th. So even though they're on the road in Washington, where Patrick Corbin does pitch better, I think all signs point to the Blue Jays putting some runs across here in the first 5. On the other side, we got Kikuchi pitching against the Nats offense. Kikuchi's been excellent to start this season, man. Got off to a really rough start, season debut on the road in Tampa, but since then, he's been lights out. In his last 5 starts, he's got a 2.45 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP, 2.70 expected FIP is elite. This suggests it hasn't even been good luck. This dude is dealing. This Washington lineup has never seen Kikuchi either, so that should work in his favor as well. This is a road start, though, and Kikuchi's always been more reliable to bet at home. You can see his home-away splits. This is dating back to 2020, so it's definitely a repeating pattern here. Woba's down on the, or Woba's up on the road, I should say. WHIP is up on the road. Expected FIP on the road is up on the road. Not that these road numbers are terrible, but he's definitely a more reliable pitcher at home. Now, this Washington lineup on the surface level has not been hitting left-handed pitching. 25th in WRC plus, 16th in isolated power, 25th in on-base percentage on the season. That being said, the last 8 lefty starters to pitch against the Nationals have actually got hit up. They combined for 38 and a third innings pitched, 5.63 ERA, and a 1.49 WHIP. So they have been getting to lefty starters as of late. Since April 7th, Washington's 9th in WRC plus, 11th in isolated power, and 7th in on-base percentage against left-handed pitching through the first 5 innings. So they've been getting to left-handed starters. That being said, this is a pretty ugly spot for Washington. They're just getting home from a 7-game road trip. They just played a game in Arlington yesterday. They flew all the way home from Texas, didn't have a day off. There's still no Lane Thomas in the lineup for the Nationals, which is one of their best bats against lefties. And also, Kikuchi's been a nightmare for lefty batters this season. Woba 155 to 314. So lefties haven't been touching Kikuchi this year. And the reason I bring that up, with no Lane Thomas, I mean, by far the best bat in Washington's lineup against left-handed pitching is C.J. Abrams. I mean, look at his numbers against lefties. They're elite, but he's a lefty, so that favors Kikuchi. We just saw a struggling lefty arm in Andrew Heaney throw 7 innings of 1-run baseball against this Nats lineup, and Kikuchi's last 2 road starts were spectacular. Just 2 combined runs through 11 1/3 innings. I think Kikuchi absolutely deals here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nationals have 0 runs through 5 innings. When we take a look at the matchup for the bullpens, edge definitely goes to Toronto. Not that the Blue Jays bullpen has been anything special in the last 2 weeks. They're 17th, 14th, and 16th, but that's still much better than Washington. Both bullpens should be well rested. Toronto had the day off, and Washington got beat pretty badly by the Rangers, so they didn't use any of their high leverage arms. So the bullpen edge goes to Toronto. As far as betting this game, Prop Beaver likes the Blue Jays -1.5. That was his pick. I don't know if he's actually taking it. That was his lean that he wrote down. Personally, I think the move here would go Nats team total under. I'm going to look it up right now and get you the exact thing, the exact price, I should say. Team total. Nats team total under 3.5. You can get it at -105 on BetMGM. Give me Nats team total under 3.5. Like I said earlier, live show 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. We'll go through every single game. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. If you want my top bets or the top bets from anyone on the staff here, head over to KyleKirms.com. They're posted right on the website. There's also a link on there to join the Discord if you're interested. Let's have ourselves a nice Friday night. Let's get the weekend started properly. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.